Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hey, what's up? How's it going, everybody? Okay, I'm checking the audio again. One day I will finally figure this out and not do this like at the very beginning of every stream, but I think that day is not going to be today. How's it going, Jay? How's Robert, Aaron? Who else is in chat? Holger, nice to see you. Audio's fine. Hey, Kevin and HD. Welcome, everybody. So this stream, I was not... It's not a true stream until you check for audio, right? So this stream, I don't even remember what I titled it. What is the title of this stream? I decided to call it Preparing for the App Store because I'm going to talk about the things I need to do to prepare for the App Store and kind of go through some of them. I'm not completely sure. So, hi, not to jump ahead with the content, but the biggest question I have is how to create the 5.5 screenshot with the simulator device because I could not find that support on iOS 17. Used Photoshop in the end, Apple was fine with it. Yes, actually, creating screenshots is something that I want to go through. So we'll get through it. And so I want to also drop my link to a Buy Me a Coffee. So if you appreciate this stream or if it was useful to you, you can buy me a coffee. And if you do that while I am on the stream, then it is going to show up in the, oh my gosh, I almost knocked over my water. It'll show up in the pop-up like on the stream. So I have this fancy new clear coffee mug, but I'm just drinking water, so it's kind of funny. Like, you can see through it and everything. As opposed to, I don't have my giant mug anymore because Hacktoberfest is slightly over. I think I still put this stream in Hacktoberfest because it's kind of still relating to that. But yeah, so I want to go through, let's create some screenshots, talk about some of the to-dos that I have, and maybe do a few of those. I kind of haven't fully planned out exactly what it'll look like, but I was definitely thinking, let's brainstorm some screenshots together, because I don't know what to do for the screenshots. I typically put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I may get a call. So I didn't mute it, and I tweeted about something last night, I believe. So if anybody, what I tweeted last night was actually this off topic, but if anybody knows of anybody who writes a blog about their indie app, so like the Slopes app is a good example. That's a big one that a lot of people have mentioned, is the Slopes app, which is an app that you can track your skiing and snowboarding stats, like as you're going down a mountain. Curtis, the guy who made that app, actually made an entire blog series like since he started that app. So I'm looking kind of for like a blog series like that, where somebody has just blogged about how that they have made their own indie app. Because what I've been doing here is kind of like a video sort of series. Like if you've been following along, I've made this YouTube series since I like started the project and what the MVP looked like up until like almost every week, I think, during October, through Hacktoberfest, as like we were going through PRs and everything. So that's like my video sort of series, but I'd also like to make a blog series maybe one day. I don't know, that's a lot of work. But so is kind of streaming, so, but it's fun to read other people's experiences also on like how they've made their app as well. And yeah, Jay, David Smith is a great one for Widgetsmith. I remember listening to the podcast Under the Radar when he was making Widgetsmith, and then like 2 episodes later or something was like when he released it and it blew up. But let's go switch over here. So I have not fully defined what the screenshot's gonna look like. So here is the original app icon. Low key, what I did was take an image of like a car up on a jack off of some site, and I totally just outlined it in, because I took like a small image. It was like a 50 by 50, so I blew it up to the 1024 and just redid all the lines and made this. So that's my poor attempt at the app icon. The other app icons, if we run the app, go to settings, where's the other ones? Here, change app icon. These ones were made by one of the amazing contributors. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I know his name, but I'm blanking on what his name actually is. Like, I know the face. Oh, who was it? It was Clyde. Clyde was the one that made this app icon. I'm messaging somebody, I'm telling them, hey, you should join my live stream. So Clyde made all of these kind of app icons, and it was really funny. We were trying to find what are the top colors that people have for their cars. The top colors are like black, white, and gray, and I was like, those are boring. So we did the black car and the white, which is like kind of the dark mode looking one, but I was like, okay, well, make one of the like fun colors, even if they're not the most common. But that is where we got. So yeah, you can click dark mode, click OK, go back home, and now we have our dark mode. And then for anyone who doesn't know, this is my own app called Job Application Tracker, and you can track all your job applications. All's well with you. I love what you're doing, community. Hope you continue something. I read the end of it. I've read the end of it in my mind. But thank you for buying me a coffee. Was that Anthony, I think? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, everything that I stream, I hope that me streaming, actually I'm gonna do it this way. I hope that me streaming all of this is useful to you all, so then like you can really see how all this stuff is made. Like I was watching a YouTube channel the other day and they were like, oh, I'm sharing my experience and everything. But they were sharing like how they brought an app from like 0 to like 1 million or something like that. And they were like, okay, I bought this app and then they were like, okay, then I iterated and now I'm at like 100,000 or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, you didn't share what happened. You just said you iterated, which that's not specific. So yeah, let's look up all the App Store screenshot sizes. Or not screenshot, what are they called? Are they called the App Store? Yeah, screenshots. Let's do requirements. What are the requirements? Let's look at both of these, because I also do not remember. Okay, so we have screenshot size 1290 by 2796, portrait, or that is the landscape, which is opposite, required if app runs on iPhone 6.5. Okay, screenshot size 6.5, 6.1, 5.5, 5.8, 5.5. I don't think we need to support the tiny ones anymore. We do need iPad. And then Mac and Apple TV. Okay. So I'm almost certain we definitely need 6.7. And I probably could have looked this up on my App Store account, but I kind of haven't yet. So let's do 1290 by 2796. So let's make a new page. So this application is called Sketch. Or actually, instead of creating that artboard, we could find the Apple devices. What are we looking for? 1290 by 2796. Oh, these are actually the actual iPhone sizes, not the actual screenshot size. We'll just grab one. Okay, actually this is the 6.7, so let's call this 6.7. Okay, it's supposed to be 1290 by 2796. and we will move it to 0, 0. Oh, other way. Okay, so here we go. Here is the first one. Let's duplicate it. 6.7 copy. We'll just call it 6.7-1. And if we make another, it is 6.7-2. I'm really bad at screenshots, so we'll see how this goes. Because I don't even know what I plan on putting on them yet. So we have the 6.7. What else do we need? Let me actually check before I go through all of this. Let me check on App Store Connect what it says for what screenshots it mentions that I need. So I need to go log in App Store Connect. I'm gonna do that off stream, of course. Oh shoot, what's my password? I don't use passkeys yet. I really want to, but my password manager that I have doesn't support them. So I've been debating on switching password managers just so that I get passkey support like now rather than waiting like X amount of time before I get them. Hey Anthony, yeah, it was you. That's who I thought it was. I thought that was your name. Thank you again. I appreciate it. And no worries about being late. I'm sure I appreciate that you have my stream on in the background. Or that you still watch it as well, so then I get those watch hours. Okay, let's look at top of the morning to y'all. Happy Friday. How's it going, Danny? Danny, it was really funny. I actually realized I was talking to you. I was looking through old photos at one point in time, and then I realized I also know another guy named Danny, but of course, there's a lot of them. But there's a guy I know named Danny, but instead of his last name is Bear, his last name is, oh shoot, what? Okay, I can't remember this guy's last name, actually, off the top of my head right now. But this guy has, like, the same or a very similar last name as you, and then also looks like you. And I was like, wait a minute, who is this? Very confusing. And let me see, I think I can show this. I don't think I'm showing anything. Okay, technically I am. Remind me, do not scroll down. Okay. Because I don't want to accidentally dox myself, because oh. It's not fun. Okay. Apple iCloud and Keychain works great with passkeys, even Windows systems in the mix. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I have been thinking of switching Apple's password manager because of, what is it? Because I only use Apple products and I never use Windows, it's not even like an issue of something that I have to deal with, is like switching over things. And Bear instead of Bear, I think it was Berry, like Berry or Barry. I think is what it is. It was something like that, and I was like, wait a minute, what is happening? Okay, so I need the 6.7, 6.5, and 5.5. So we have that. Let's get 6.5 in there. Wait, where's Sketch? Okay, it's back here. Okay, instead of this, well, we are gonna duplicate that and then move it down here. Oh, zoom in this way. And then 6.5 is 1284 by 2778. 1284 by, what is the number? 1284, 2778. Okay, let me put my watch at least on silent. There we go. So that's not dinging. Actually, my phone still will, but that's okay. So this is the 6.5 iPhone. These are are these in an order? What order would that be in? Okay, where is like 100? Here, let's do like 500 spacing. There we go, 500. So now when I move this, I need my trackpad. I totally forgot. Or I'm gonna grab it. It's over here. Ooh. Bear or Barry. Yeah, right? Hey Michael, oh no, I've entered a very triggering point in my life. I just got rejected for having dodgy screenshots. Ooh, dodgy. What'd you do? Tell us all so then I know not to do that. Oh, I'm trying to get... Is my trackpad gonna connect? Come on. I use this both on 2 different Macs, so I don't know if it'll actually... I've got to plug it in. Man, for the Magic Trackpad, which is also ginormous, which is so cool, they have this beautiful braided USB-C cable, and I'm just like, oh, I want one of these for my phone. Oh, do I want to allow? Allow. There we go. Got a trackpad. So I have two mouses now by me. Oh my gosh, so many things. This is why I haven't taken, if anybody follows me on Instagram, this is why I haven't taken Instagram pictures lately. It's because my desk is an absolute mess right now. Okay. There we go. So now we can zoom in and move around way easier than with like a regular mouse. Okay, so let's duplicate that one, duplicate again, and rename this 6.5-1. Oop. And do 6.5 dash... What kind of order are these in? This is like not numerical order. Okay, we have 6.5 screenshots, 6.7, and we need 5.5. Oh, actually, it says it right there. 5.5 is 1242 by 2208. If we look at this, ooh, 5.8 screenshots. Actually, what is 5.8? 5.8 is the iPhone 14, all the regular iPhone sizes. But do these also fall in the like 6.7, or those are the maxes? So if I don't make, what did we do? 6.1 is 6.7? No, we did 6.5 and 6.7. So if we didn't do 5.8, what happens? Required if app runs on that, or a 6.7. Okay, so that's how that is covered. So 5.5 is 2248 in that. So I'm gonna move this back over here because it's actually the window I use for analyzing my stream. Oh no, audio issues. Could be YouTube encounter with other streamers too. Okay. A simulcast on Twitch. That is something. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that it's breaking up. It kind of has told me on my side it's sort of broken up. Let's see. According to YouTube, it says my stream is healthy. That's what YouTube says. But that's sad to hear. Oh well, I guess it looks like, yeah, it might just be a YouTube issue, which is sad. That is something I do at one point need. I want to set up the streaming where it streams to my Twitch and my YouTube, but I also need to set up the bot so that you both get the chats from each other as well. So like people on Twitch are chatting by themselves, or are not chatting by themselves, and people on YouTube are not chatting by themselves, and then you can kind of both see them. But I just haven't set that up yet because I've been lazy. Maybe eventually I'll set that up. But I've also been saying I will set up my, my stream deck after I took it down when last year I took it down when I started traveling a lot, and I still haven't set that back up, so we'll get to it one day. Okay, 1242 by 2208. And this is the 5.5. Duplicate. I should have just left these as 5.5. Okay, why did I call... Hang on. It's gonna annoy me. I called these 1 and 2, when in reality they're 2 and 3 because they're the second and third screenshot. Okay, we're gonna change them all. Even though this totally does not matter. Oh. Come back. Oh, what am I changing? 6.5, 6.5.2. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now they're all good. So we have 6.7, 6.5, and 5.5, and then we actually also, let me check, we need the iPad sizes too. What are those ones? Okay, iPad has 12.9 display. Okay, so let's put those over here. And that is 2048 by 2732. That's an iPad? Yeah, I guess it is. And then what else do we need? Another 12.9. Okay, actually those are the same sizes. 2048, 2732. Okay, that's the same thing. Okay. You can still hear me above like the background music, right? Just checking. Okay, we have our screenshot sizes. What else does it say? Oh, I was like, what is this? Oh, it's the App Store Connect API. Oh, that's cool. Has anybody else made some kind of app that makes you like easily upload App Store screenshots and like pretty much everything that you can do in the App Store Connect app if like you didn't want to use the website? Has anybody made an app that does that? Thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so this is iPad 12.9. Let's put it a little closer. Okay, 12.9. Okay, now what to make the screenshots, because that is something I have not really thought about. I can't remember how I did this. I think I put these into a thing that gave them the, what do you call it? The border of the phone? Let's see. But I also don't know what I want this to look like. Because I need to write something more descriptive than what like more notes are. Maybe that's the farthest we'll do on screenshots for now. Let me write down. Okay, what else did I want to do though? Okay, so a thing I do want to do. Let's open the terminal. So I made the screenshot sizes. That's step one. Runway does that. Okay, what's Runway? Runway App Store Connect. Helps you secure App Store Connect. Okay. That looks cool. I'll keep that open if I want to come back to this. A better way to ship iOS. Cool. I'll look back at that. So, something I need to do. What all branches do we have? These are actually branches I haven't pushed. I started the in-app purchases. I need to fix a vehicle event connection. That is the connection between this, how you can like edit, and this is related to a specific car. I need to fix that because I decided to change the database schema. That's something I need to do, which is going to end up changing a lot of code. I thought about doing that on stream, but it's going to take like just a hot second, and I didn't want to stream it because it just is slower than, of course, if I'm working on it like by myself. And I really wanted to get it like kind of done. In-app purchase, I need to do that. Okay, main, and then onboarding. I might switch it so there's only a main branch. Ooh, anybody in chat, tell me what you do if you have your own apps and you ship them. Do you have like a main and a dev? So main is the code that's actually on the App Store, and then dev is like, you know, what you're working on? Or should I only have a main branch and then just add tags for the version that got shipped to the App Store? Let me know what you do. I've been debating. Haven't decided. But I always, like, at work, we would have like a main and a dev or something. I started the onboarding screen. I still need to kind of think what I want the onboarding to look like. But let's do git branch to-dos. GCO to-dos. So what I need to write is, at what point do I need to show the paywall? Because, I'm putting in a paywall in this app, and what the paywall like thresholds are, I need to show the paywall at certain points. So I need to write where all of those points are so I remember them, so that I make sure I put the paywall in all the parts that are supposed to be there, so somebody doesn't accidentally bypass it. Okay, so the paywall things are going to be, you can only enter 3 of these before you have to hit the paywall, and you can only have 1 vehicle before you hit the paywall. So let's delete this. So we say we only have 1. Let's then, Aaron, you do main and dev. Yeah, it's common. It's a very common GitHub flow, Git flow, I think. So that's why I thought to do it that way as well. And it's kind of funny, my YouTube is saying I have 11 concurrent viewers, but then at the same time, it is also saying 8 concurrent viewers. So I wonder which is right. Okay, stream health though still says good, so hopefully it's still good. Okay, so we need to show the paywall. Let's just close everything. We need to show the paywall first. Let's do vehicles. So if we add vehicles, they can only be added here. So that would be in settings, view. Ew, what's this warning? Oh, I thought this was fixed. Oh well. Do we have any other build warnings? Let's see. No, just that one. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll leave it there for now. No, I won't. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, it's 113 characters and it should only be 110. Oh yeah, because that's 1 line. If we just hit enter, there we go. It is fixed. Okay, fix Swift lint warning. Okay, so we need to do, where is add vehicle? So we not have delete. When we go to add one, we click add vehicle. Where's that? Here it is. Okay, showing add vehicle. So it would be right here. So we would show it if it's correct, but if not, we would do the paywall. So we will add a to do here. Show paywall. Copy this. It's kind of going to annoy me when you hit build. This is a SwiftLint warning that like to do violation, to do should be resolved. But we'll keep it there because then it makes me know that I need to resolve those to dos. Okay, so we need to show the paywall there. And let's add show paywall if adding more than 1 vehicle. Or otherwise show the is showing add vehicle view. Sure. Okay, so that is one place to show the paywall. The other will be over here on the dashboard. So let's go to dashboard view. And this is when you click the plus button, which is in the toolbar. Which one is it? Sort, filter, this one. Show paywall. adding the fourth would trigger the paywall. And actually, I totally forgot that this view existed, but it'll also happen on the odometer view. Where is this? Is that this one? It looks like it. Show paywall. If adding a fourth odometer reading. Show paywall. Okay. Are those the only 3 parts I was thinking? I think it was. I could technically lock the app icons, but I'm not going to. They're fine. If I had like super fancy ones like Apollo, then maybe I would lock them. But Clyde did great on these, and I'm just gonna keep them for now because it's also like the first version. Okay, what else is there? That's pretty much it. I think those were... Oh, actually, you know where another point is if you swipe home, if you long press here, you can do new maintenance and add vehicle. So that is going to be... Where does that happen? I think... Where's the app file? I think that starts over here. I don't remember, though. Are you doing a one-time purchase or a subscription? I am going to do a subscription for this. And we will see how it works out. Okay, so this action service. Main tab view. Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's this. Okay, this changes the selected tab from dashboard to settings. What happens after we get to there? So if we go back to dashboard. Okay, here. Where do I want to do this? Let's just put it at the top of this because I'm not sure yet. Show paywall. So the show paywall is here, and then it's also, I think, the same code is on the settings view. Okay, there we go. So if we build, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 more things to do. Oh my. Comment is too long, because that actually also triggers that. Oh, interesting. Didn't realize that. Show paywall if adding more than one vehicle. Otherwise, how many over is this? 19. If I get rid of one word, that fixes it. That's funny. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different to-dos to do. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I think that's correct. Okay. Add to-dos. Okay, add to-dos for showing the paywall. That is pretty much all I had to do for that. I thought maybe that was going to take longer, but it definitely didn't. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to do? How long have I been streaming? 39 minutes. Maybe this will be a short stream today. Short as in it might only be an hour rather than typically I stream if I'm like working on something. I'll stream for like 2 hours. Okay, so we have done that. Now we could go back to screenshots. Anyone have any ideas? Should we like search around on the App Store to find screenshots or Oh, also, I thought of this because I don't think I've mentioned on this stream, but it is in the description. If any of you are somebody who contributed to this app, like as you are one of the people over here that show up in the contributors list, DM me to let me know, and I will give you a free, what do you call it? A free promo code so that you'll get the app like unlocked and you won't have to pay for it. So let me know if you're somebody who contributed and DM me on social media and I will give you that promo code. And that applies to all the contributors, which we have 57 so far. Don't look at that, it says unit test is failing, which I did that. They're actually not failing, but I think whatever this is reading thinks they are still. Okay. What else is there? So I was gonna change the schema. Let's look at the Firebase documentation. Not real time. Where's Firestore? There it is. Look at their new fancy colors. Firebase just had their Firebase Day or their conference, and they have updated their colors, and they also have their dark mode. Oh, and I think they changed something. Yeah, so I think these used to be white, and they were really hard to read, and I think they have finally changed it, so now it's back. Back so that like you can see it better. Okay, so Cloud Firestore. What do we want to do? Read, secure, and validate. Probably need to look at this at some point. Oh, that's funny. I think this blue is like their old color as compared to this blue is their new color, and now the color scheme is off. That's kind of funny. Web dev, it's tough. Let's see. Cloud Firestore offers robust database management. Get started. Okay, so here are the security rules. I still have not applied these. I need to. That'll be happening soon. That's also... Oh, if that... Hang on. There is another... I'm not logged in on this browser. I'm logged in on a different one. But did I write that down? We need to write the Firebase security rules. No, I did not. It is not in that checklist, so let me go and add that right now on a different browser where I'm actually logged in. Okay, and okay, so refresh this. So add Firebase security rules for Firestore and possibly storage, and then maybe is adding Crashlytics. Okay, there's the Firebase CLI. We don't need to worry about that. We have security rules. What is securely query your data? Evaluates a query against its potential set instead. User who author document can read or write. This is exactly what I need. I believe we have written some of these. If we go to developer docs, is it in getting started? No, it's in the here in the Firestore collection. Robert, I think it was, you did this task. Wrote down all of the description of all the different properties and then also all the security rules. I'll have to fix that indentation. That looks off from this, but only allow read write if auth is not null and it is equal to something. And not null it is, and that's probably right. Hey, you're late. That's okay. How's it going? Doing good. We are figuring out what the last couple things are that I need to write or need to do before we actually ship the app. There is a good little chunk of stuff here and there. I've gone through all the different places where I need to add a paywall in the app. We're looking at some Firestore things. Securely created. Okay, I need to keep this tab open. I need to open a different one now. Let's see, what else was I gonna go through? Not app, check. Storage, release, and monitoring. I was looking at Crashlytics. Let's see. So, do you have a plan for generating screenshots for the App Store? Yes. So we have made all the different frames for the... Right here, all the different frames for the different sizes, but I haven't actually made the screenshots because I don't know what to put in the screenshots. I think I've used some tool that made, like, I took the screenshot, you hit Command S, it saves it, and then I think I took something where I could put, like, the bezel back on it, but I have not done that yet. Because I don't know what I want them to look like yet. So, did I push this to GitHub? Yes, okay. Let's also... Do we want to add Crashlytics? First question. I don't think... Actually, I was like, what is secure here? Okay, we have Firebase as... Okay, we have Firebase Analytics, Auth, Firestore, Remote Config, Firebase Storage. Okay, so we do not have Crashlytics. This was one I was thinking of throwing in there. See what happens. If the app evolves quickly, you better think of something that generates the inner screenshot automatically. I'd be happy to help out with that. Yes, let me check if there's an issue. I'm not sure. I didn't do screenshots up until this point because the whole app has changed throughout like the month too quickly for the fact that it wouldn't make sense yet to add any automation for that. But let's see, did I have an issue for this? I have Fastlane. Ooh, would it be close? Yeah, I was thinking make a UI test or something to use Fastlane to then generate the App Store screenshots. Was probably what I was planning on that, but I don't think I've written a full-on issue for it yet because the app has changed so much, it hasn't just made sense to automate it yet. Oh, and they're, yeah, talking, let's see, Doxy, what else is there? Oh, I would love for somebody to do this issue, if somebody wants to. It's not affecting me shipping this, but it's project issue and PR metrics. There's this blog post so that you can actually see here. You could see like issue metrics and PR metrics. So like average time to first response, average time to close an issue, number of items that remain open, number of items closed. This would be so cool to see over the course of Hacktoberfest because it was absolutely wild. So I would love to see these metrics. This is like a GitHub action that you can run, and I think it would be so cool to see because you can run it for like a specific time frame too. But that would be super cool. What else? Everything else, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, so Toma, I'm thinking of then doing Fastlane for the screenshots, but I haven't decided yet. You've done something based on unit tests. It's way faster to generate the screenshots. Yes. You can do it based on unit tests. That's a thing. Yeah, I would say go ahead and make an issue for it, but you kind of can't do it until I figure out what I want the screenshots to be. So like I'll make them once and then we can see what they look like and then figure out how to automate them. So actually, I wouldn't make the issue just yet then. I would wait until this has like been pushed to the App Store, which my goal is the end of this month, but I'm a little scared about that because it's almost the end of the month. That was the plan though. So I would hold off at the moment, but that's something that I do want to have at some point. Okay, so Crashlytics. Get started. Let's do that. iOS. Enable Google Analytics. That is enabled. All platforms support Crashlytics except for watchOS. That is something. Eventually, I want to bring this to multiple platforms, and some of these packages work for certain platforms and some do not. Like, some don't work for macOS, so I will have to look at what that is. I need v8.9. Do we have v8.9? It just says up to next major version. Oh, there we go. Huh. If I just made Xcode bigger, of course. We have 10.14. Okay, so we're good. Add Crashlytics, add Firebase, we need that, I've done that. Choose the Crashlytics library. Do I want to do this now? Do I want to do this on this branch? Oh, it's small, we'll do it on this branch, it'll be fine. So we want to add Firebase, Crashlytics, add. There we go. Do I need to build it? Go away, docs. Okay, import Firebase, Firebase configure, got that. Set up Xcode to automatically upload DSYM files. To generate human-readable crash reports, Crashlytics needs your project's debug symbol. The following steps describe how to configure Xcode to produce your DSYMS files. And then select project file in the left navigator. From targets, select your main build target. That's that one. Build settings. Click all, then search for debug information. Set debug information to format blah 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 with all your build types. Okay, this is adding Firebase, so git even though there's slightly more than to-dos, it's okay. Okay, select all, then search for debug information format. Oh, so that's, okay, just that one. Debug information format 2, that for all your build types. So this is something I recently learned when I made this open source. I could actually put this all in a config file, as opposed to keeping it here. Do I want to do that? I think yes. And I just closed the project. What did I do for... Here. Okay, so debug, I used... Okay, I do not have a debug or a config file set up for... I wish I could make this bigger so like you all could actually see it, because I know it's really small, but like we kind of can't. Oh, I know there's a way to zoom in on this. That's what I learned at the last conference I went to, on like people like zoom in on their screen so you can see it really cool for presentations and stuff. That would work for this. I forget how to do it right now, but that could be useful. But we have the project config. Do I really not have a config set? The basic car maintenance config should be here. Oh, it's set there for the release. It is not set for the debug. I think it should be. Right here. Okay, let's see what happens. Build succeeded. Succeeded on my machine doesn't mean it'll succeed on everybody else's. We'll find out. Okay, so that could be there, but we actually want to put it at the project level. So it should be at the project level, because the project one, I think, is above all the other ones. I think. We'll find out. We will find out. Build settings. Okay, what was the thing I searched? Debug information format. Okay, so when we fill this in, it will say dwarf with DSM file. Okay, so if we... What is this called? Debug information format. Okay. Debug information format equals... Do I need quotes? Oh, I don't really know. Well, we're about to find out. Okay, now it needs to say this. Whoop. Okay, now if I go back to the config. Ooh. Hey, how is it going? Is it Oliver? Is it Oliver, or do you pronounce it differently because it looks like it's spelled slightly differently? Let me know how to pronounce your name and I'll try to pronounce it correctly. Okay. Okay. It is like Oliver. Sorry, it's like the chat. Oh, I need to make the font of the chat bigger, but it like makes the font of my whole browser bigger, which is really annoying. So I have to like get close to my computer to see it. But okay. Welcome. How's it going? You are also French. Toma, who's right above you in chat, is also French, and I think I pronounced his name correctly. How do I want to use that one. How do I hit escape? Delete? I need to use this one. No, we're not using basic car maintenance config. We are using basic car. Which one are we using? Oh, okay, actually. So this is the one I wanted to use. The basic car maintenance. Project level. Oh gosh, this is so hard. I do, okay. Okay, so we just added something to the project config here, but this one is taking precedence over this. This would be easy if I actually just change this, like... Because I can't add it to the basic car maintenance config, because that one is the one that you all have to edit, and then that adds more things that you have to edit, which is more confusing. Okay, so this is not the right one then. And it would be that one, but that's not the one that I want it to be. But it's that one because... Maybe that's why this was selected to be none. So if I change that back to be none, we go back in here, build settings, what is this again? Debug information format. Okay, none or the basic car maintenance config, because the project level config is still after. Is that the way I set this up on purpose? Config files are nice. I think I just do them wrong. Okay, now it's been an hour. Once we finish this, I might wrap up the stream. This has kind of been sporadic, but that was kind of the point of this stream, was kind of this is the last couple things and tell you all what the last couple things are that I need to do. but I haven't done them all yet. Okay, we have project, basic harm maintenance. Okay, it would make sense that basic harm maintenance is the last, or is more of a priority than the project config, because the project covers the whole project, and then these ones override the project, but because I don't want to add this into basic harm maintenance, because then you all have to copy it, then it's confusing because you're like, why am I copying this? Oh, and we have to add a run script phase for this to work. Interesting. I may reach out to my friend who, configs are new to me and they're confusing, but they're also like witchcraft. So for somebody who doesn't know, what I'm trying to do is all these build settings, these hundreds of maybe thousands build settings that none of us have any idea what any of them do half the time. Yeah, these, you can actually configure all of these. Instead of doing an Xcode here, you can make an xcconfig file for all of these, is what I've learned. So like here, the typical current market version, or current project version, and the marketing version, like 1.0 build number, and this is, what do you call it? The actual like V 1.0 kind of build. These, you can then, use the key here, and then you give it a value, and then it just works. And as long as you fill in all this config stuff correctly, it can do it here. So if we go back, if we look at marketing version, here, if we look at marketing version, we can see right here, maybe you could all see, is it is filling this in from the project xcconfig. I don't know, you probably can't all see that, but trust me, that's what it says, is this is filling in from the project xcconfig, as opposed to, if we expand this one, this is the the project. So if we were to go to like general and fill in 1.0 and build, that number is not used, and it uses the config file instead, is how that works. But then it makes it nice, so instead of, when you change the version number in your project, it changes it in like 4 different places because it's like built in somewhere in this Xcode project. So instead of that happening, now if we want to bump the version number, we would just change it right here, and we don't even have to worry about changing it anywhere else, which is super nice. So then it's also like your source of truth. One of my friends, the guy who helped me set this whole thing up, he was like, he only uses xcconfig files for everything nowadays, and he like never uses this build settings to do like anything. And the more I do this, the more I see why. Because this is just insane and chaotic. Like, look at all this. That would be a super cool tutorial. Actually, comment on this video if you would want me to make a tutorial on this, because I have not found any, and I've only found 1 or 2 posts here and there on like what config files actually do and what they mean. But they seem super useful. And also like the video. If anyone hasn't liked the video yet, be sure to like it. But that, oh, this looks like it's gonna take me a hot second to figure out this whole config business. I could just not do it, because it's fine. I have a lot of other settings that don't use the config. But I was trying to do it as correctly as I could. What are we looking at? Debug information format. Yeah, it's not using my config, so I'll have to message my friend and see what the best way to do this would be. It would be beneficial if Apple grouped all those topic areas like needed for App Store distribution. That would be super nice. That would be nice. Somebody should write a blog post on that. Because, yeah, it's like, gotta get the screenshots, gotta get everything else. What I'm doing is not technically App Store related, but something I wanted to put in the app is add like Crashlytics. So like, I think the app hasn't crashed, but if it does, then maybe we can see what that looks like and also see how this all works with like Firestore. I might need to adjust the key name debug information format that it refers to debug or release. Ooh, good thing. That's a good question. I would guess that technically debug information format, it's probably the same for debug or release, even though it says the word debug. That's a good question. Because all the settings are the same between debug and release. Like marketing version is the same thing on debug and release. No idea. It's the first time you're seeing a config file. Yeah, it's confusing. I did it because a friend helped me figure this out. And he explained all this to me, and I literally have it written down in a note that like I actually wrote down, like hand wrote, this is exactly how this all works. Because XConfig files, they're confusing. I see how they're really useful and they look super useful, but I've never really personally done too much of it until now. But yeah, you see what I mean about the debug thing. But yeah, it's basically my project config that I wanted to put this in is actually less so the priority is actually, the left is higher than the right. So this project config where I wanted to put the setting, which you can see it does fill in properly, but that is of lesser priority than the project level where it's set at. But if I delete, is that how I did this previously? Delete. Other? What's other? Oh, I don't know what other is. What's the oh no, I clicked a plus button. Minus? Ooh, now it's one thing. What happened? Oh, it's because they're the same thing, but you can still see, it's like the green box means, I think, which one is actually being applied. And you can see the resolved over here if you guys all can barely see it. Resolved means which value will be used. But basic car maintenance, okay, yo, these look the exact same. I don't know the difference between these two. I think this is the project. I think this is the app. Oh yeah, it's the difference between those two, I think. That's the project, that's the app target. Yeah, I think that's those two. Ugh, confusing. Try that as a value. I think, so the issue I think is not the value, but the config that's applied, how I have them set up, where I'm trying to put it is not actually correct because the priority of the configs. So like here is that project config. It is filled in and that looks correct, but this project config where I put it is actually of lesser priority than this one, the basic car maintenance XConfig. But I don't want to put it in there because that's the one that you all have to fill out when you are contributing to this project. And if this had more than like 2 values in it, you'd start to get confused like what everything is for. And like people would only copy like part of them and that's gonna mess something up. So like that's the one that I need to keep the same for everybody. And then let's see, what has changed? Yeah, debug format changed to dwarf the DSYM, and that's what you had actually just said. Set it to the same as the other build to make the key irrelevant. What do you mean? Once you remember that X could only list it if it is different from the default. So this definitely did change. What do you mean for set it to the same as the other build to make the key irrelevant? Can you expand on that? Or write that here. What is this? Okay, that actually still shows up the exact same. Set the release one in the grid as the same as the debug. Okay. Did I do that? I thought I don't remember. Did I? Info. Which one? I had set basic car maintenance. So, this makes sense why this is happening. This app target overrides the project settings. I am trying to use project settings, but I think that is not correct. Yeah. So I am trying to use it as the project config, but the app target config. No, I mean the value for the debug. I did change. Oh wait, you mean type it right here? Is that what you're talking about? Or no, you mean the value. I think we're right. I think chat is just like a hot second behind, you know, when streaming and everything. It's giving me a headache this early in the morning. Set that to dwarf so that it matches debug. So over here, DW, if I save that, ooh, okay, so that one is that. So, no, not in the grid. Okay, that's funny. This way Xcode might not list it with your configuration, not in the grid. Oh, you mean in here. Oh wait, no, you said not in the grid. If you make basic car maintenance not different from the default. Okay, I'm trying to think. Okay, I think what I needed to do... I think actually I was gonna do this anyways. Right there, yes. Okay, we're a second behind that I don't know what setting you're talking about. Oh, I think, so something I was gonna change. I think these needed to change anyways, maybe. Because project level settings, I think we're gonna be the app target settings, and then, even though it is set on the project, but this one overrides the other one. But I don't have that listed in that one, so... So we see it changing, yeah, here. So it's our project config is of less priority than this one, which that one is the project level though. How do I get it to like undo that one and fall back on that one? Last time I did this with the marketing version, it was really easy. You just like hit delete and it just deleted and then fell back to a different one. I wonder why it doesn't do that here. What happens with if we do other, hit delete? Ooh, is that it? Wait, other? Okay, copy that because we're probably gonna change it. Hit delete. No, it's not using it still. If we save that, go back here. Why is it still not wanting to use this? Oh, because it's overriding other is still more important. Okay, my idea is you have to remove the settings from the configuration in the build options grid so that Xcode uses your configuration file in order that it needs to match the default. You have to remove settings from the configuration. Oh, you mean like click on this and hit... Oh, like click on this and hit delete, right? Is that what you mean? Okay, actually nothing happens if I click on this and hit delete. Yeah, cause, what is happening? So this will still always be here in this, oh gosh. Match the default, which is dwarf with DSM. Okay. I put that, wait, did I? Right here. Why is it not opening? What the heck? Okay, close all these and open it again. Okay, so I have dwarf with DSYM here. Then we go back to the Xcode project. It's still always forcing it to use this one. Why can I not delete this so it falls back to that one? It's weird. Maybe I'll just make it this one and not do what I'm trying to do because it's not working. Yeah, so now it's gone from here. Okay. I'm gonna just say screw it and do this. It's fine. Okay, match the default, but in basic car maintenance. Yeah, you're talking about the basic car maintenance config, right? No, you're great, strange. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to add this setting to the basic car maintenance config because reading these instructions, I would then have to also add that here and it will confuse people why it's there. So I want the only thing in the basic car maintenance config to be this stuff that users have to, or users, like contributors have to do. Because if there's anything else, it will confuse them because half the time people can't do that. Just because reading instructions is hard. I get it though. If you haven't done it before, it's hard. But, okay. Because yeah, I should be able to like hit delete on this one and then it would just apply this one. Because I think if we look at the marketing, yeah, look, the marketing version, that's what happens, is nothing is here, so it uses that one. And then same thing with the project. Yeah, project version, same thing. It has nothing there, and it falls back. Only thing that comes to mind is to edit the plist file now. It could be it. Aaron bought coffee. Sounds like you're gonna need it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I may after this. Yeah, so looks and touchbacks. Yeah. It's weird. Yeah, so it looks like you don't use that value, so then it falls back to the next thing that's there. That's, yeah, how it works. Oh, man. I may end the stream then, because... Oh, actually, is it down here? Oh, yeah, debug information formats right there. Yeah, because I don't want to put it in this one. The only thing that follows in that one... Actually, we can see it. If I look up bundle identifier, we see right here. It falls into the basic car maintenance config, because that is the only value I want in that one, and that has a higher priority. Yeah, which is why I set it, I think at the app target level, it has a higher priority than others. Confusing. These are confusing, but they're really useful overall. They were useful when I put them here for the first time. Oh man. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end the stream on that because even though we kind of didn't do anything like super crazy specific, I hope this was somewhat of a useful stream still for people. I appreciate the 2 coffees that Anthony and Aaron just got for me, but I think I may end the stream on this because, man, There is a lot. This is confusing. Maybe the Windows solution, restart Xcode. You know, okay, not ending the stream just yet. We are going to try that, because you never know. Okay, opening Xcode again. I just quit it. Let's see. We can't end it yet. We got to try the restart. Okay, here we go. Let's first set the project config. We set it to, what is the value? I've written this like so many times, but what is it? Debug information format. Where's caps lock? Debug format equals, what was it? We'll figure it out. Okay. Debug information format. Have I changed it over here? Yeah, let's just copy this one. It's over there, but nothing is filled in. So if we fill it in, hit save, go back. No, okay. Well, I'm kind of glad the restart didn't fix it, but okay, it's still trying to use the project one as opposed to the config. Why is it not doing it? You should be able to hit delete and it like just works, but apparently it's not working. Okay, did I figure out, ooh, interesting, restarting YouTube fixed your audio issue too. That makes sense, Aaron, because if you leave and come back to the site, it has to reconnect whatever that streaming is. That makes sense that that would fix it, but also sad that that happened. Sounds like a YouTube issue though. Robert, did I figure out the loading events issue? I have not. So the loading events issue is when you open the app for the first time on the dashboard, it should load all the events, and it doesn't. I think I know the answer to that issue though is if we scroll up and go to the view model. So we do the get events on the very first run, but what's actually shown in the list is not this events variable that's actually returned that we're like setting. We are actually showing one of these two computed properties, and I think it's some weird thing with how observable is working, even though it totally should update these because it's like sorting the events, or it's like showing you the events and they're filtered for that search. It's not. So I think it does sorted events. That's the first thing it actually does show, but it's not doing that. So I think that's the issue. Is something with this computer property and observable not observing everything correctly is I think what that issue is, but I haven't tested it yet. But what else have we done? We have added that config. Okay, that config like still doesn't work. I'm gonna take it out and just say screw it, do it at the project level. That's fine. So we have that one changed. Oh, we need to go back. This one, that one. We set basic car maintenance here, but that was none before. Which I don't even know if that's correct. I can't remember. I'll have to see. And talk to my friend who helped me set all this up because it was very confusing. Why does this, anyone know this? Okay, we were gonna end the stream, then we like totally got sidetracked, but that's okay. This localizations, why does it say 0 files localized? They do localize when using the localizable.exe strings, but why would it say 0 files have been localized? I don't know. Maybe because of that? I don't know. But that is what's happening, is I'm adding Crashlytics. If we go back to here, this is what is left. I'm gonna also drop this in case for anybody else who wants to buy me a coffee. I appreciate it. This is what's left. I have a couple small things that need to be implemented, but like the top two, I could probably throw those at the bottom because they're kind of less important. But redoing some of the data model stuff and fixing a bug, and then mainly all the paywall stuff, and actually especially user can delete account because that is an App Store requirement. But that is all that I am doing to fix that. Hopefully, goal is still to do this by the end of this month, end of November, is do all of that. It's like, I don't want to say like, oh, we'll see if that happens, but like, no, that is like the goal I really am trying to hit. So we will see if that happens, but that is the main goal that we're like really trying to get. Okay, last thing, unrelated, FYI, I tried to install Fig Terminal, as I saw it in your videos once, but they no longer accept registrations. Interesting. Can't end the stream yet. I need to look that up. Fig.io, they're no longer accepting people? I think what could possibly be the reasoning is they just got acquired by Amazon. Maybe that's why. But you can't click like sign in. If we click sign in, if I click, you could tweet at them. That's usually what I do. Oh, that's sad. I'm surprised it would stop signups. That would be my only guess, would be because of them getting acquired. I would tweet at them. That's usually what I do. Toma, you've sent screenshots generated on Mastodon. Oh, there's dozens of people complaining. That, it must be that. It has to be that they just got acquired, so they're probably fixing some stuff up. Let's see, they joined AWS. Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, thank you for 3 coffees. I appreciate it. How's it going? I don't remember what your actual name is, but I know who you are. Thank you. I appreciate it. Some really mean, to be honest, not to repeat here. Aw, developers are mean. They're mean because they know, they're like, oh, you could just fix this thing real quick. And in reality, nothing is ever really quick. I wonder what the cause behind that is. I would guess it's because they just got acquired and they're like doing things. That would be my guess. But I have no idea. But again, thank you for now. So many coffees that I have. I appreciate it because I will need those to finish this project. I need to keep tweeting about my progress on finishing it. But that is the issue that has everything. So you can kind of see along if you want to check back and see what's happening. But I'm going to close out the stream now. But thank you to everybody for joining. Thanks again to Aaron, Anthony, and then you used a username, the last person who just gave me a coffee, but I know who you are. Thank you again for all the coffee. I appreciate it, and thanks for joining this live stream to see all the last things that I need to do for actually shipping to the App Store past just what making the project was. But thank you to everybody, and again, if you were a contributor to this project, DM me on social media if you end up downloading it and want to subscribe. I will give you a free promo code to do that. But that's about it. Otherwise, thanks again to everybody, and I will see you in the next stream. So, goodbye. And I still haven't built an ending screen, so the stream just ends.